class, this is Mrs. Terrell, and we're going to be learning fractions today while I'm out. First thing we need to know is, what is a fraction? A fraction is a part of a whole. You can write a fraction for a shape or a set or like a group of things. We need to know that fractions have to have equal parts. If the parts aren't the same, you cannot write a fraction. So let's go to my handy dandy toolbox and see which shapes you can write a fraction from. Looking at this shape, they look like equal parts, but they're really not. The outside parts, the edges, are smaller than the inside parts, so it's not equal. Ooh, look at this shape. There are 3 parts, but none of them are the same size, so they are not equal, and we cannot write a fraction from that. Ooh, this shape is interesting. All the triangles are the same size, so they are all equal, so we can write a fraction. We'll keep it here in the equal side. And here is our circle. All the pieces are the same shape and all the pieces are the same size, so they're equal, and we're going to leave here an equal because then we can write a fraction from it. So I want you to grab your worksheet. We're going to go through the worksheet and we're going to circle if the pieces are equal or unequal. Right? If they're unequal, remember you cannot write a fraction from it. So here's our first shape. I can see that one piece is really larger than the other. So it is unequal. Let's go to our other shape. This looks like the one I put in the equal side. So if I look again, all the pieces are the same size and same shape, so they are equal. Well, this one is very clearly unequal because we have a small one and then we have a super large one. So these are unequal. No fraction there. Again, this one is unequal too because we have a small one and a large one. No fraction. This one, the 2 sides are equal. They make 2 equal triangles. So there's a fraction. Now this looks kind of like Pac-Man eating something, so it's definitely unequal. All the squares in this square are the same size, and they are the same shape, so they are equal. In the circle, it's split in half. So when we know 2 things are split in half, you're going to have equal shape. So those are your unequal and equal parts. Make sure you fill this in. We're going to be moving on in 1 minute. Alright, that should have been enough time. Let's move on. Alright, so you can fill in a fraction. So you can color the parts. So let's go over the parts of a fraction. It's very important we know what the numerator is and the denominator is so we can color in our fraction. Ooh. Alright, so what is this top number? The top number is called a numerator. And a numerator tells us the number of parts being considered or number of parts being colored. So we're going to look at the numerator to tell us how many parts or pieces we need to color in. Now, who remembers what the bottom number is called? It is called the denominator. What does the denominator tell us? The total number of parts in the shape or in the set. So let's go back to our flip chart. And let's grab your worksheet. Now let's color in the fraction for each shape on your worksheet. So this says 1/3. That means we're going to look at the numerator and color in just one piece out of this shape. So I'm going to color it green. You pick any color you want to color in your shape on your worksheet. Doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, I'm going to pick a different color for my next shape. So on this shape, it's telling me to color in 2 out of the 4 pieces. So I'm going to color in just 2. And it doesn't have to be right next to each other. It can be any 2 that is on the shape. So while I'm coloring, you should be coloring too. And I'm going to do the one right across from it. Now you can just use your pencil to color if you want to, or you can go get a marker or a color pencil. Alright, I'm going to grab another color. This one says again 2 out of the 5 pieces. So I'm just going to pick 2 and I'm going to color them in. This looks like a good piece. And this looks like a good piece. It's okay to go outside the shape, no big deal. I'm just going a little bit faster than I need to. Over here I have to color in 3 out of the 8 pieces. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to just color mine in with polka dots, which will be fine. You can do polka dots or you can color it all the way in, as long as someone can tell that 3 out of the 8 pieces are different. Here it says pick 1 out of the 8 pieces. So I'm going to do this one. So over here we're coloring in 1, and again we are looking at the numerator to tell us how many pieces to color in. And I'm just going to do stripes for this shape, because I can tell that only 1 of these pieces is striped, so it still goes with a fraction, 1 over 4. 4 out of 6, so I need to pick 4 shapes and 4 pieces, sorry, and color it in. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4. If I was not sure, I can always go back and count how many pieces I colored in. Now for our last one, it says to color in 3 out of 5. So I got 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to start coloring those pieces in. And this should match my fraction where it's 3 out of 5 pieces are colored tan. Alright, I'm going to give you about 1 minute to catch up and color in your pieces for your worksheet. And then we're going to move on to the next thing. Alright, that should be enough time. We're going to move on. Alright, so I said you can also color in fractions for when you have a set. And these are sets. These are group of items. So we're just going to look at this group of things. The hamburgers. So only 1 out of the hamburgers can be colored. There are 3 hamburgers, so only 1 of them can be colored. And I'm going to color this one orange. Or not orange, tan. Alright, that's pretty much colors for me. I'm going to keep on going. So this one is another set. This set is a group of caterpillars. And it says 1 out of the 2 caterpillars is colored. So I'm going to color this one green. So he's green, and I can tell that out of the 2 caterpillars, 1 is green. Alright, so here's another set or another group. It is fishes. It says 2 out of the 4 fishes are purple. So I'm going to pick this fish to be purple. You can use whatever color you want. And this fish to be purple. And that clearly shows that 2 out of these 4 fishes are purple. Alright, and their 4th group is cats. And it says 3 out of these 4 are going to be colored or different. So I'm going to make 3 out of these 4 cats blue polka dotted. Let me check. 3 have to be polka dotted out of the 4. We have 1, 2, 3 that are polka dot, and we have the 4th one that is plain. All right. Let's look at our last one. This is a group of footballs, or a set of footballs, and it says 2 out of the 3 footballs are going to have something different. So I'm going to make it striped. 2 out of these footballs are going to be striped with brown stripes. Alright, I'll do this one. You can color it in or make it whatever you want. Alright, and let me check. I have 3 footballs. 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2 are colored. Alright. So make sure you catch up and fill in your worksheet. It could be like Mrs. Terrell, or you can make it a little bit different with different colors, different polka dots, or different stripes. Okay, we're moving on. And now we're going to learn that you can write the shape of a fraction. Alright, so sometimes you can have a shape or a set of items and you can write a fraction from it. For a shape, you need to first draw your line of your fraction. And remember, this means out of. So I need to know how many are colored, how many are green. So I'm going to number my pieces. 1, 2, 3. I know I have 3 in all. I'm going to make it my denominator. I know 1, 2 of them are colored, so I can say 2 out of 3 are green. Alright. I can do the same with a set. First thing I need to do is number all the fishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make my line of my fraction, that means out of. And I have 5 fishes. I want to know how many fishes are blue. I have 1, 2, 3. So 3 out of 5 are blue. Alright, so grab your worksheet. We'll work on your worksheet. And we're going to number our pieces and write the fraction for the pieces that are colored. So let's start with our first one. Let's number it. We have 1, 2. We know our denominator is going to be 2. And the number that are colored is only 1. Alright, let's go to our next shape. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 pieces. That will be our denominator. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 colored. So 5 will be our numerator. Let's keep going. Let's go to our next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 pieces, so that would be my denominator. Now the number are blue are 1, 2. 2 are blue. Alright, let's finish this one. We need to count all the pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our denominator is 4. And we have 1, 2 pieces that are colored. Start over here. We're going to number it first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 are denominator, and we have 1, 2 that are colored. Start here. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 pieces that are in all, and that's going to be my denominator, and there's only 1 that is colored. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 would be our denominator, and 1, 2, 3 are colored, so that's our numerator. Our last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in all, so that's our denominator, and there are 3 colored, so that would be our numerator. Alright, that's the whole lesson. Have fun finishing your worksheets.